This is the Bologna Tales, Season 1, The Bologna in the Mist, Episode 9, The Shem-Rah Mountains. Gayfenad's, Xavier, and Sir Boomer head up the path towards the Shem-Rah Mountains. After 42 hours of traveling up steep and windy paths, the adventurers make it to a valley with sprawling farmlands. The golden sun is shining on fields of wheat and barley. The adventurers can see in the distance a little village which appears to be a small farm town. As they near closer, it was clear that the village centerpiece was a massive tavern. Gayfenad's looks up, and the sign reads, "The Barfly Sanctuary." The men decide to enter to search for the disciples of Gen 10, which Old Lady Christmas told them to do. As they enter, they are greeted by two tall, brown-haired hunks. "Hello, travelers. We run the Barfly Sanctuary. We are brothers. I am Sam, and this is Dean." Says Sam excitedly. Gayfenad speaks. "We are on a quest to find disciples of Gen 10. My name is Gayfenads. This is Xavier with his beautiful icy blue hair and long black trench coat. And this is Sir Boomer." Dean says, "Nice to meet you, men. We are actually disciples of Gen 10. She is a demigod of Axon and uses blood magic to manipulate life forces." Gayfenad says, "That is precisely why we are here. We need a spell, or a ritual perhaps, that can transmute the life force of one person to another entity. Is this possible, Sam and Dean?" Sam turns to Dean and says, "I swore I was done hunting for good." Dean says, "Don't say that, Sam. I'm not done hunting unless you are." Sam replies, "You're on edge. You're erratic. You're the only one who thinks you should have to. You don't have to handle this on your own, Dean. No one can." Sam and Dean look at each other as they've forgotten that the adventurers were watching their conversation. Sam says, "Sorry about that. Listen, to lighten the mood, Dean and I made a song about what Gen 10 stands for, and how we ain't afraid to party after the hunt is over." Sam and Dean grab their instruments.
Warrior 1, Warrior 2, Warrior 3 is what Gen 10 taught me. Cow dog pose and vinyasana and drink in cachaça. Listen to Gen 10 speeches. You'll go where you pleases. I'll see you later at the Barfly Sanctuary. We got moonshine and dunkaroos. We be picking and smiling around the bonfire. We got the blues. We got the funk. Oops, oops, oops. I'm drunk. We got the band all here. We're all high as fuck. Damn son, hit the jewel. Puff a cloud. This cachaça, it got me out like a light. Out like a light. Warrior 1, Warrior 2, Warrior 3 is what Gen 10 taught me. Cow dog pose and vinyasana and drink in cachaça. Listen to Gen 10 speeches. You'll go where you pleases. Well, come on down to the Barfly Sanctuary. We got the fixins right here. If you want to lather up some cheese on your fish biscuits, you'll have to practice yoga and instruments. Playing music is the best way to get Gen 10's blessings. If you like supernatural, Sam and Dean are chilling here, but I'm digressing. Woo-hee! Warrior 1, Warrior 2, Warrior 3 is what Gen 10 taught me. Cow dog pose and vinyasana and drink in cachaça. Listen to Gen 10 speeches, and you'll go where you pleases.
Sam and Dean put their instruments away and speak with the adventurers. Dean says, "Alright, be like Elsa and let it go. Tell me your troubles, travelers. Perhaps we could help." Gayfenads informs Sam and Dean in detail about the Old Lady Christmas and the spell that was cast on her. He also informs Gen 10's disciples about the Bologna King and his thirst for endless power. After a brief chat, Sam and Dean agree to help. Dean says to Gayfenads, "The Bologna King? Huh. Of course, there's nothing more dangerous than some asshole who thinks he's on a holy mission. And to be honest, we should be able to get Old Lady Christmas's life force and transfer it to an animal who lives in these mountains. We know a spell called Little Betty Oops. Now, the Bologna King uses a mixture of demon-like spells, and you know what demons hate? Unicorns. And there's tons of them in these mountains. And there's a lot of lore on unicorns too. I hear they ride on silver moonbeams and shoot rainbows out their asses." Sam adds, "We worship Gen 10 by her scriptures. There are a few volumes that are most important to our teachings. The first book being Airplane Gen, on a bird with metal wings. This book goes over the importance of yoga and music in our lives. The second book is Airplane Gen The Reckoning, and this book teaches about the blood magic rituals, and most importantly, how to party, or even throw our own music festival inside." Dean says, "Let's party and have respite tonight. We will track down a unicorn, and you guys can go get Old Lady Christmas tomorrow. Sound like a plan?" Gayfenad says, "That sounds great. It's been a long day." Xavier says, "I can't be held up in this place overnight. I need to clear my icy blue mind. I'll be back by dawn." Xavier brushes his icy blue hair out of his eyes and heads towards the door. Gayfenads asks Sam and Dean what kind of video games they play up here. The men quickly pull out their iPads and show them the screen. Sam says, "TFT is the bomb diggity. I did 150k damage with my Jin last night." Gayfenad smirks and says, "Want to do some ranked?" Dean says, "Let's get a couple rounds of cachaça going. We drunk gamin' all night." After a night of drinking and gaming with Sam and Dean, Xavier shows up at the tavern with a unicorn at dawn. Sam and Dean show the men the ritual for the life force exchange. The adventurers all head back down to the Kingdom of Jcloud to complete the ritual with Old Lady Christmas. On the way back to the Kingdom of Jcloud, Sir Boomer speaks to Xavier.
"Where did you end up last night? And how did you manage to find a unicorn?"
Xavier looks in his backpack and pulls out a shiny pair of Gucci flip-flops. "I lured the unicorn out of his cave with these bad boys. Nobody can resist good fashion." And Xavier rearranges his Gucci belt and backpack and makes sure Sir Boomer sees his style. Sir Boomer says, "Fashion's for the birds. Only death will bring us happiness." Xavier looks at Sir Boomer and says, "What if you're not immortal? Death will never bring any immortal person peace." Sir Boomer says,
"Didn't ask."
Xavier scoffs into his Yves Saint Laurent scarf as his face turns red. The contrast of dark red and icy blue hair catches the eyes of Sir Boomer. The men continue heading into the Kingdom of Jcloud. The men enter Old Lady Christmas's abode, where they complete the lengthy ritual. Old Lady Christmas then thanks the men for now obtaining the soul of a unicorn, for it was a dream of hers to be a unicorn way back when she was 53 years old.